Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Thursday. Ken versus 10. It's good to see you. The chat is hopping already. I love it. On a Thursday, we're going to say some highs right away here. Lisa K is here. Sunshine in Ohio. Yes, there is sunshine in Ohio today. It's nice out there. It's a little chilly for sure, but it is nice. And Lisa Durr is here. Northwest Ohio is sunshiny. And as always, Jill is here. I need to move this chat over a little bit so I can see it. Jill is here in Central Ohio. And she is saying, and good morning to Danica. Hello, how are you, my friend? And Joe and Nicole over at I'd Flip That. Good morning, good morning. Hey, I got a package in the mail here that I'm going to share here in a little bit. Sunny has no sun in Vegas today. High of 62. Hey, I'll take 62. It's actually like 38 degrees right now out there. And so welcome. We're going to get the day going here. Episode of Ken versus 10, where I like to list 10 items during this show and see if I can sell them by next week. By next week's show. See how we did. Um, and I've been on a losing streak against the pile with my 10 items over the last few weeks, but I did have a couple of good sales. And everyone's saying hello in the chat. No sun in Texas today either. Sonny, I'm going to be seeing you here in about a month or so, a little more than a month at the Trash to Cash Vegas Bash. I'm super looking forward to that. It's going to be cool. Looking forward to visiting the Reseller Cartel store, and just going to be great. I'm excited about all the trips. I've been talking about that, and yes, the Trash to Cash meetup is going to be great to see Dave and Carrie and Kevin and everybody that's coming. I'm super excited. So on Thursdays, well, every day pretty much I like to start out sending offers, but I like to send them out when I start doing the show just so I can see maybe I make a sale during the show. So I have 18 offers that I can send out right now. And I'm just doing a 10% offer. I changed up the way that I do some things in my store with the pricing and with sales and stuff. So I am going to shoot out these 18 offers right now. There they go. And we will see what happens with that. Maybe we'll pick up a sale, maybe not. But how's everybody's week so far? I've been having a pretty good sales week. And uh yeah, you'll be able to get my headshot back here on SSK promo with some goofiness that we're doing over there on the Reseller Clickbait podcast with me and Jimmy Old School Flips. It's there in the chat. Uh there will not be a Reseller Cartel boutique by the end of the month, but the Reseller Cartel lives on. Interesting. I'll be honest, Sonny, I haven't watched some of you or Mikey's content here recently. I've seen you on different things, but I need to catch up and figure that out. Good morning to Jimmy from Joe and Nicole. What do I want to do first? I'm right out of the gate. I'm gonna list some things real quick. Um, I'm gonna list some plush just because I've been listing plush every day. If you've been following along, I I'm doing designating all of my sales from plush from January, February, March towards a travel fund. I'm trying to hit a goal of at least $100 a month in plush sales. Last week I sold 3 plush, $28.18 was my profit on that. So just shy of 10 bucks a piece. And if you are keeping track or care, I am I'm at my goal already. I'm at right now, as of last week, I've sold $301 in plush. So I have the whole rest of the month here to exceed that goal. And so I'm pretty excited about that. That's just extra. It's not really extra money. It's just money that I've designated from one particular category towards travel. And at the end of March, I'm going to switch up that category to something else. I don't said like I said, I sold 28 bucks last week in plush. So, I do this job full time, and most of the money that I make is goes towards bills, goes towards food, electric, heat, gas, water, that sort of stuff. But also monies are put aside for back into the business to keep it going, to be able to source and buy new items, and so I'm sure all of you are familiar with that as resellers. Um, Yeah, I know. This is cool. That's gonna be one thing I'm gonna talk about here in my listings today. Yeah, Sonny's busy bowling a 300 out there. That's fun. That's fun to see you guys out there bowling. I enjoy bowling. I don't bowl enough. Actually, I had made that my New Year's resolution, this year. I figured I'd pick something easy because, weight loss is hard and getting in shape and exercise, that's but so I think I'll bowl more this year, which, we're already into March. I haven't bowled one frame, not at all. Haven't even the bowling alley is right next to my postal store where I take all my mail every day. One would think that, I could drop off some packages, maybe go throw a few balls, but I never get that done. I'm too busy. Good morning, everyone. My mom and pop are next door watching the show. Good morning. Good morning. Jimmy can't bowl anymore. He wasn't good even when he did. Uh, Now, actually, I found the lamp, Danica. Um, let's get a drink here and let's list a couple of plush right away off the bat. Little, this is a Gund. Got to get a Gund, kind of like an Easter Bunny sort of thing. And he's going to go up comps that are on these about 1750 on him. So that would be a nice little sale. I just ripped through these. A Coles Cares Parrot from it's like Rio Parrot right there. He's about 10 bucks maybe. Um, a Wild Rep- Wild Republic. These are always pretty cool, and they sell pretty good. This is a Timber Wolf right there, but he is going to go up about 15 bucks or so. And to go along with my lamp back there, a little Tyco. This is a vintage Tyco Big Bird right there. He's fun, but only about maybe 10 bucks. So we're going to I had that set up already. We're going to submit those right now. And so we're underway. We've got 4 listed so far. So last week on the show, I listed some items. I did get beat by the death pile. I had 3 sales from the items that I sold that I listed last week. Yeah, that's my normal bedroom nightlight. And I thought, hey, I had to sell that thing. I'm not afraid of the dark anymore. Good morning, Roman. How are you, my friend? If you guys aren't following Roman, Anytime Picker, go find his channel, Anytime Picker. He's just a blast. He's been doing a lot of lives from the bins, and he's fun to watch. His chat is always lively. A really good group of people show up there and watch him just hit the bins there in the Cleveland area. And I tell you what, if Roman was live right now, I'd probably just end this show and go watch him because he's fun. It's just a good time. Go check out Roman. Um, and Grams and Pops Vintage is he's late, but he made it. Yep, we really haven't done much exciting so far. Listed some plush, did some plush update. Grams and Pops had a good Corey and Teresa had a good video the other day. And Corey decided that he may put Teresa up on eBay, list her, and we're trying to figure out what category she should go in. She said antique, but I'm saying Teresa's like vintage at best. Vintage, she's not antique at all. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing you. Oh, go to the Korean barbecue. Oh, that's good. Uh, Going back to the bins tomorrow, Roman is. Jill even enjoys watching Roman. Everybody enjoys Roman. He's just genuine. He's just a genuine fun guy. Um, yes, it is Snuffleupagus. Yeah, I'll talk about that. That is one that I am going to list today on the show. I did when I got it out, was going to list it. It needs a little more cleanup, but look at this. Look at this. No, look at it. Oh, one beautiful lamp. Snuffleupagus, the Count, whoever that character is, Bert and Ernie on this Sesame Street Big Bird base. That thing is beautiful. I bought that at a yard sale, and I actually paid full price for it. I paid full price. I didn't work them down because they didn't have a price on it. Ask him how much they want. And he's like, I don't know, $2. I was like, here's $2. Thank you. Goodbye. Put that in the car. And I am going to list that. There's a few of them listed, some of them sold, but I am going to list that at $75. I've seen some go in the 30 and 40 range that either don't have it's just the base. They don't have the shade to it, or ones that had the shade that the shade was all bashed up and had holes in it and bends. And that shade is in perfect, near perfect condition. It's just a nice piece. I just got to clean up the base because it's been sitting out in the garage and it's got a little dust and dirt on it. I didn't have time to do that before the show. And lots of folks in the chat. Yeah, Roman talks nonsense a lot, but it's fun. And so let's catch up here. Joe has a lamp that he needs to sell. How much will you list it for? And he'll go cheaper. So you have one exactly the same. Well, I'm doing mine at $75, Joe. Um, Based on comps that I saw, some that are listed. There's not a lot listed and not a lot sold. Um, so I'm going to do 75.99 or 74.99 on mine, with the buyer paying the shipping. A little bit of shipping challenge to that because it is kind of fragile. So if you want to put yours up at about like 69.99 or so, maybe yours will sell quicker than mine. And I'm happy for your sale. If you sell yours first, that'd be great. Um, uh, Looks like a street light post. Yeah, it's just a very cool. And for $2, hopefully I'll sell that quickly into 75. And yeah, $2. Now, Jimmy, are you just picking out things around the room and pointing them out? And that escalated quickly. Um, yeah. There, that's exactly. I got the reference on the first quote. Um, yeah, it's got his is in rough shape. Yeah, ones that I saw that were in rough shape, maybe that 35 to $45 range. But I'm super excited about getting that listed today. And it's another thing. It's been in the garage. It's just sitting out there in the garage probably since uh early last summer. Yard sale season. I was out and I buy these things and I get excited. So okay, that brings me around to, if you happen to see my Instagram story this morning, I had said I was going to reveal my number one tip for how to make more sales on eBay anyway, because that's a platform um, that I list on. And Patrick Murphy, why yes, hello panel, flying by to say hi and light up that thumbs up. Yes, I appreciate that, everybody, to hit the thumbs up while you're there, and hopefully get to see Patrick Murphy again. I met him at the reseller rally. We had a nice dinner with Patrick, and the Thrifty Junker was there, and Mary, and two hip chicks. Mary and whatever the other hip chick name was. We had a real nice dinner that night. We did stay at the David Hasselhoff house or whatever, when everybody else got thrown out, and that was a good time. And so hopefully you see Patrick again. Also met Roman there for sure. Um, yes, get first class. That's one thing great about the reseller rally. It's right here in our home state, huh, Roman? We don't, it's a drive, but it's not a plane ticket to get someplace. Dawn, yes, Dawn and Mary. That was that was a fun evening. And then went back to the hotel and had fun with everyone. With Danica, Lady Luck Junk was there at the last reseller rally. Yeah, Roman, hit me up. Let's work something out when you're coming down this way, or we could even meet halfway someplace. We will go sourcing. Yes, I got a couple things to talk to you about, Roman, with some sourcing later on and some activities that are going to be going on. So we'll definitely hook up. Um, yeah, just crash it anyway, Patrick. That's perfect. We'll sneak you on the boat. We'll do one of those trench coat things where I'll sit on your shoulder, and we'll be like an 8 foot tall guy because Patrick's pretty tall guy. Um, Someone says make sales. I picture them with a hammer and a forge making sales. Yes. Well, that was my tip. Did I finish my tip? My tip for uh how I've increased, or how my sales are doing better, is, and it's no secret at all to any reseller out there, is list. List, 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 list. I have been very diligent with listing from my death pile, not only, just on this show, but getting out there. Yard sale season is coming up. I live in an area, some of the warm weather friends like Sunny and them that are out west have they have yard sales all year round, but we kind of have a yard sale season around here. It kind of starts in April and maybe runs through October, and I'm not ready. My death pile, my garage is still full. I am working at it, but I've recently changed up how I do some of my pricing and my listing. I run sales, I do promotions. I'm constantly fiddling with stuff, trying to find a try to find a combination that hits. And there is no substitution for just listing, just being consistent and listing stuff. Because I will tell you, 100% without fail, your items will not sell if they're in a pile in the garage. If they're out there and they're not listed, they're not selling. I don't care if you buy it for $2 and it's worth 75 bucks. Sitting out in the garage, it's worth zero. Basically, it's a deficit. I'm $2 in the hole on that right there. Oh, there's a garage sale on Claire. I might be going over to Jill's. Okay, I need some help from the chat. I might be going over to Jill's this afternoon and maybe do some thrifting when we're over there. But we were talking about going to dinner. If you were going to dinner tonight, would you choose seafood like we would go to Red Lobster, or would you choose Japanese steakhouse? Jill, we didn't discuss that at all, but I was thinking maybe some Wakano Japanese steakhouse sounds good. So let's see. We'll take a vote in the chat. What sounds best to you, Japanese steakhouse or seafood? If you were going to dinner with Jill tonight, and you're all invited to go to dinner with Jill. Break down what to look for and to list. Break it down. You know what, Sonny? Honestly, I look for anything that will make money. that has a profit to it. Now, everybody kind of has specialties. I like toys. I like vintage toys. Of course, everybody does video games and electronics. Um, I do, a lot of plush, although I'm being more selective now in what plush that I pick up because I have so much of it. And as you saw, those ones that I listed there were not high dollar plush by any means, but they came in a huge lot that I had bought. So I only have about 5.5 cents in each of those. Um, but you're always looking for the video games. Blow molds, hashtag blow mold mafia. That's what I look for those. This year, when I'm out at sales, Jimmy and I had actually just talked about this on the Reseller Clickbait podcast, episode 43. Go check it out. Um, is bags, backpacks, duffel bags. Those seem to be selling very, very good right now, especially like branded ones with a product, Monster Energy, or I had some that sold recently that were like, say, Marlboro cigarettes or Camel cigarettes. Um, look for that kind of stuff. I'm also going to focus more in holiday stuff, Christmas and uh, Halloween. This year, I listed a lot of. I had bought a huge lot of Christmas stuff and some Halloween stuff, and that stuff just sold like crazy. And I had cherry picked the whole pile and put up all the big stuff, the Department 56 buildings, all of that sort of stuff, everything that I knew that would sell well. I put those up right away. Well, when I got to this year in listing, I had a lot of smaller pieces, individual ornaments, and pieces, and so I took the time to look them all up, and I just sold an absolute boatload of those things. I huge profit on the deal. I paid $75 for this huge lot of somebody's all of their Christmas stuff. And I am probably profit wise between $700 to $800 in that whole deal right now. So looking more at the individual ornaments, the vintage ornaments, the shiny brights, the hand painted, hand blown glass ornaments sold really well. And believe it or not, I actually sold more Christmas ornaments in January than I did in previous kind of that Christmas season. I started listing them, say, October, November, and I sold more in January than yeah. I'm gonna start rapping right now and bring drop a load on them, Jimmy. uh oh, we have a $10 coupon for Red Lobster. um Yeah, Jimmy's gonna start chucking motivation rocks at him. Jimmy got a gift the other day from Grams and Pops Vintage for some motivation, some rocks that he can throw at people. I guess that's what he's gonna do, when he needs to get a good deal. Um, love grilling, seafood, no seafood for Jimmy. Sonny says seafood. Uh Yeah, I enjoy it. Seafood is probably my all-time favorite of anything. Probably next to that is Japanese steakhouse, and then really love Mexican. Going to the Mexican restaurant. We do those places quite often. So speaking of gifts and getting things in the mail, I got some viewer mail. So I'm gonna show a few things here before I list a couple more things. This came to me from Angie Resells. Actually, it wasn't a gift or technically a viewer gift, but I won this on her show, her listing show that she does on Tuesdays with Kristen, a rural squirrel. And they had a little everybody that had got their 10 listings on the show got entered or something like that. And so a neat little package. First off, I got some pineapple lip balm right there in this cool little pineapple container right there. And this was pretty cool. This is some pins from the eBay eBay Open or eBay something, 25 years of sellers being I should send this to Jimmy right here because he needs this motivation. 25 years of sellers being curious, enterprising, driven, and inspiring from eBay. So a 4 set of like hat pins. I could put those. Oh, let me see if I can reach these up here. I should have thought of this earlier. I could put those on a cool hat. Look at these. Sunny Las Vegas official pins right there. These are all designs and drawings that he did himself. And I got those from Sunny on one of his lives that he used to do on Thirsty Thursdays. Was pretty cool. A sticker from Angie. Enjoy every moment. There you go, Jimmy. I'll stick that on the package on the outside. Her little puppy right there. And the one that I'm excited about is her official Angie Resells sticker right there. So thank you, Angie, for the opportunity to win those cool, fun items on your listing show on Tuesdays on Angie's channel. Her and Kristen, they just have a good time. Again, a good lively chat. Roman says seafood. Right there. Good. Yeah. Mexican joint close to the boat. I told him he needed to write a poem for you using those pins. Yes. Something that's curious, enterprising, driven, and inspiring. Good morning, Luis. Callie Luis in the house. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. It's good to have you on here. I was Luis went live here. I think it was an Instagram live or something here, not too like last week, and was in there for quite a while. It was good to catch up and see him. And Joe and Nicole, if you haven't seen the newest, I'd flip that video. You need to go check that out. They had another bingo bins challenge, and they had Dustin and Michelle, which is McFlippenship, or is it MC Flippenship, and Thrifty Potamus. They were there with Joe and Nicole doing a couples bingo bin challenge. So go check out that video to see who won this time. If Joe and Nicole kept the belts in Minnesota or if they moved along to Dustin and Michelle. It was a fun video. I always enjoy watching those, the things that they pick and how they interpret what one of the categories is for bingo. That's just fun. Heavy hellos from Sal's Mercado. Good morning, Sal. Jill's best friend right there, Sal, and I believe probably traveling along with Cameron Gravity Goods is going to be at the reseller rally as well. Super excited to meet them in person. This was from the Clickbait podcast. Some silly shenanigans that Jimmy and I were doing with my headshots here that I'm going to get and sign for people. But a viewer, anonymous, sent me some Sharpie markers. And it's a little note in the package. It says to sign your headshots in Vegas. Can't wait for the DOG from a fan. So I got some markers to sign my headshots for all of you that have FOMK, fear of missing Ken. You can go to the Trash to Cash Vegas Bash or the reseller rally and some other places that I'll be showing up. And if you just can't get enough of Ken and you need to meet him in person. Good morning, Paul. How are you? Apologize for your tardiness. I went to the post office, got back, and forgot it was Thursday. Well, that's okay. You're here now. You haven't missed much. I listed 4 kind of boring plush. Oh, well, kind of 5. This will be listed today. This very cool Big Bird lamp with the shelf. I'm going to list that about $75. And but it's good to have you. Yes, Paul can say you're you sarcastically say. Paul is always participating as well in Romans chats on his lives. Uh, last viewer mail, and this one came from in the chat, Joe and Nicole over at I'd Flip That, and I was super excited when I opened up this one. So we're gonna start out. We got the official I'd Flip That can koozie right there. And what I'm always excited about getting from folks is the stickers. I love the stickers. I got some I'd Flip That stickers right there. I put those in my pile right here. Well, right here's a pile. Sal's Mercado, Sal's Dispensers, I should say, a sticker from him, and also the Sal's Mercado sticker. That is cool. And just some others. Oh, wait, here was my card from Mary and Dawn, two hip chicks right there. Kristen, a rural squirrel. Danny over at Pickwell Resellers. The Trash to Cash podcast. Oh, and there's more of them up there. But I love getting the stickers. I love getting the stickers. So thank you, Joe and Nicole, for the stickers. But look what else is in this box right here. I was surprised I pulled this out. And I've got my very own now. I'm going to look official. I'm going to rock this when I'm out at events and yard sales. Black's a good color for me. I like a lot of stuff I have is black, but the I Flip That logo t-shirt and Mick Flip and Ship. Hello, first time here. Good to have you here. And this is Dustin. I was just talking about your bingo bin challenge. Told people to go over and check out I'd Flip That channel to see who won. See who won the bingo bin challenge with you and Michelle. But I'd Flip That t-shirt. And then I was surprised rolled up in the t-shirt. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Drink cup. Brand new drink cup. Not only with the I Flip That logo, but bam. Personalized. I've got my own Ken. So I'm going to be switching off. This is my SSK promo cup that I normally drink out. Look at this. This is sweet. Thank you very much, Joe and Nicole, for sending that stuff along. I appreciate it. I enjoy watching all of your content, and I'm definitely will sign a headshot for you when when I see you. Are you going to Oh, Dustin has his own version of the challenge. Go check it out. Yes, for sure. Um, let's see what Paul Roman says. He decided to include one chess piece with each of the sports card he sells as a bonus. Would have beat me up for that cup until I saw the can. Yes, Jill was excited to see when I pulled that out, and then I did the same thing. It's like, man, it's even personalized. So we'll get. It's almost like blue steel. My look. Hey, there's Dr. Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. That's a plush that's going out of here today, and I'm excited about that. Yes, you are welcome. And like I said, I think in a message to you, it's I don't really consider it promotion. I enjoy watching your content. You and Nicole are just fun. I love the game show, which I'll pitch that if it's a promotion. I just do it because I love watching fun content. But I believe March 16th is another reseller showdown game show on I'd Flip That channel. This time, super fun guests. Not that Sonny and Mikey weren't fun. They're always a blast to watch together. But Angie Resells and Kristen Rural Squirrel are the guests on the next game show. I understand there may be some new games or some new format. It's just fun. It's Joe and Nicole. Yeah, Joe and Nicole are awesome and have an amazing new reseller game show. Yeah, Go check that out. March 16th, it's coming up. And the last time it was on, Jimmy and I had a watch party. We had our own watch party. We did like a little StreamYard, in the background, watching the game and yelling out answers and having fun. And we might even open that up a little bit more, maybe have a watch party for other resellers while we're all watching the game show. I love that concept. It's just fun. Mikey looked like real life bobblehead on the Nerds Flipper. I watched a few minutes and his uh, head never stopped going up and down. I love Mikey. Mikey Bags of Money and Super Court. Super excited to meet them. I need to list something else. Oh, how about so? A lot of times when I list, I seem to group things up in categories. I'm listing all plush, I'm listing all hats, I'm listing all video games, all electronics, something like that. And today I decided I'm listing a hodgepodge of different things. I got the lamp, I did list some plush. I'm gonna list these really cool plaid pastel boat shoes right here. Those came from Jill. They're women's size 9.5, brand new, unworn. Right there. US Sport is the brand. It's not a big brand name, but they are going to list at, I think it was about 19 bucks or something. Yeah, 19 bucks is what I'm going to look for on those. So I'm going to list that. That gives me 4 things listed. I'm going to count at 5 because that will be listed today. I had to do a little more cleanup. Yes, March 16th. We don't have it up yet to bookmark. Dealing with some family. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. Some health issues with Nicole's dad. Hope all works out well there with that. Um, yeah, Mikey is a cool dude. It is so fun, the amount of work. That's what I appreciate. I'm a game guy as well. I do a lot of family event, games, and everything is big and over the top, the same thing that Joe and Nicole does, so I know the effort that it takes. When they did, even though it was their first show, it looked somewhat effortless of what they were doing, and that was fun. Uh, Plaid shoes, garage sale find. Yeah, brand new. That was a Jill. I was looking through my listings the other day. I was talking to Jill last night about what things, um, how many things that I actually got to how many things that she has got of what, because the show last week. Oh, I'll cover that right now. The show last week was all items that I picked myself that I bought and paid for, and I got beat last week. It was Ken 3, Death Pile 7. I think I said that earlier, but the sales were good. So I'll show those real quick. Um, I sold these Perplexus, like maze balls thing. I did take a best offer of 1875 on those. They were about 22.49 for the pair of them. I was happy for that sale because those things are a little bit big and they're round and they're bulky and they're hard to store. And so they were just kind of sitting in a box there. So I did get rid of those within a week, so I don't have to have them sitting in front of my counter, or in front of all my storage bins out there. Um, uh, yeah, lots of walkthrough. Yes, I understand that for sure. Uh, really hope to bring the game for Friday night at the rally. Yes, I think I heard Joe and Nicole are coming to the rally. That would be cool. I would love to meet them in person. Then I also sold. So these are the next were a couple good sales. This PPG thermometer. I took a best offer on that of 85 bucks. I have 0 in this. Well, I just held up my hand like 0, but that was in the way. I sold it for 85 bucks on an offer. Buyer paid right away. That's actually shipping out today. As soon as I'm done with the show, I got to get my packing done. I have right now 7 things going out today, and I don't have any of them packed. I usually do that the night before, and I have not done that yet. I was checking my phone. I had a message there about a Facebook Marketplace potential pickup for Jill later today. But I also sold another really good sale was this another thermometer, AC Delco quality parts. Um, I did take an offer on that for 125. I did not that again, I had 0 into that. I was at a private pick and I saw them on the wall and I actually went and unscrewed them off the wall myself because I knew that they would have some value to them. I also got a bunch of license plates and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff at that pick, and it was all free. It's just take whatever you want. Um, so those were my 3 sales, um, from last week's show, 3 to 7. So the death pile did win again, but hey, you can't win them all. But I'll take, I've had good sales just by listing, being consistent with that. I did change up my strategy some, and that seems to be paying off. I was a little bit worried about when I changed my strategy, as I used to price things higher, and then I was always running a sale, just to give the kind of the false uh, indication to people that there was a sale on the item, but my sale price was going down to just kind of market value. So if they were to be looking at other items, my stuff really wasn't cheaper. Sometimes it was. It was my price was, sometimes lower, sometimes right on the money, and sometimes a little bit higher. And yes, they were great sales for sure. Uh would not be at the rally in Cincinnati trying to get to Boss Reseller Mix work for us again. Yes. Well, that's a bummer. I would love to see you. Maybe I'll just have to drive to Minnesota and come up and I'll play bingo with you. I've never actually. Uh, oh, you were saying me. I hope that I have a game for Friday night. That's a thought. I will have to just know butt quarters. Yes. Play butt darts. That's a game I should bring now. That would be fun. I'll explain that on a later show what butt darts actually is. Um, yes, they did know that I was unscrewing stuff from the walls. Thank you, Roman. Uh, yes, I'm gonna change it only to stuff that Roman won't sell. Roman will sell about anything. Uh, on July 1st, the Boss Remix tickets will be available to purchase. That's a good date to remember, for sure. That looked like a blast. With the rally being late in September, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to the Boss Remix. Probably not, but we'll see as the time gets up there and where the funds go. Um, let's see what else we got here. And there's Kristen, a rural squirrel. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to have you here in the show with us. Yes, come and play some bingo for sure. I have to say, I don't even know what a trip to Minnesota. I don't know anybody in Minnesota, well, except for Joe and Nicole. And everybody's saying hello and good morning to Kristen. She is always fun and bubbly. Butt darts, butt darts. Uh, we'll just say that it's a fun game. I'll explain it. I'll bring my butt dart board in here and show it one time and explain if you didn't hear that on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. Um, yeah, hopefully the snow will stay away from Cincinnati in late September because we can play ice hockey on the boat. Yes, we're actually supposed to get some snow tomorrow night, like 1 to 3 inches in our area. So I know that's nothing compared to what they're getting up there in Minnesota around, but I'm done. I'm done with winter. I want it to be over. I want it to warm up. I was built for a desert climate, but yet I live here in Ohio. And Jimmy will be in northern Minnesota Memorial Weekend. And let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, what else do I have to list here? Oh, I got something right here. This is a American DJ. It is there's the plug for it. It is a laser, um, like for DJ for lighting. It is a laser, has a bunch of different patterns that goes to it. That was actually from my own when I used to DJ. I've been kind of digging into there and getting out some of the old equipment and listing it as I get to it. Some of it is up in the attic of my garage. I have to get it out and listed, but that one I had right there, and it is going. I'm listing that for 65 bucks, and I'm taking offers on it. It's probably in that 45 to $65 range. I did sell some others that were boxed in that 60 to $70 range, I believe, before. But I am going to list that right now. So that is what, 6 we got, or 7? I think it's 7. Here's something boring I'll just show real quick. Um, let's see. Yeah, I love to be done with winter too. Yeah, we're getting snow tomorrow night. That's why I'm gonna go over to Jill's later today and probably eat seafood. That was in the chat. It was the choice between if you go to Red Lobster with seafood or Japanese steakhouse. I don't think we got any votes for Japanese steakhouse. Um, yeah, we didn't have much this year. Just a little south of you, Roman. Uh, Jill knows somebody in West St. Paul, Minnesota that's close. Uh, 40 minutes away. If you hit the bullseye, the most important thing for the person that sit down, yeah, it's the butt darts is a fun game. Um, do I always use the best offer option on my listings? No, I do not always. It depends on the item, the pricing that I'm putting it up. Some of it depends on the sell through rate. Um, if it's something that's going to be a quick seller and I have a good if I have a good competitive price on it, I'm not going to put best offers on that. Um, things that kind of not going to move as quickly and I have price whether I'm doing a sale or not doing a sale or a promotion on an item makes the difference whether I do um oh wait, and then she corrected. Maybe she's not talking about the BIN. Do I always use the BIN? Buy it now option. So I best offers are, occasional. Most stuff, maybe about 50% of my stuff is on, but buy it now is, yes, very, very seldom do I ever do auctions. I have done some auctions in the past and, that's worked out well for me. I usually start the pricing on that just a little bit lower at what I'd like to get out of it. So if it doesn't get bid up, I still gonna make some profit on the item and give a little wiggle room for, that price that it's at market value. So, as far as using the buy it now option, 99.9% of my stuff is buy it now. Now, I have heard, if you watch Kevin Commonwealth Picker, he's been talking a little bit on some of his, or on I think it's his, yeah, Picker videos about auctions and running stuff on auction seems to be a trend maybe a little bit that people are starting to do a little bit. So I'm going to start to look at that, maybe do a few auctions. Maybe not. I like the process that I have, although the auction is fun to watch if the bidding is going up on an item. Usually the only time I would do an auction is if it's an item that is kind of rare, very few or the only one listed, but it's also a highly sought after item. That's where you're going to get your auctions and your bids. Common everyday stuff like these ashtrays that I'm going to put up are not. I would never put something like this up on an auction. So anyway, I'll talk about these. Hopefully, Kristen, that's snowing for the fourth day in a row. Uh, yeah, yeah. Butt darts, you're not throwing quarters. I tell you that. You're dropping them in. Uh, is that the one where you were sitting on the hot seat? Now you have not played butt darts, but we're gonna have to do that, Jimmy, when you're out here, and we're gonna film that. Yeah, Jimmy. Oh, yes. Oh, I thought you were still talking about that. Jimmy, you guys ate at Wakano, yes, and that's the one you were sitting in the hot seat and had no idea what you were doing. Yeah, the Jimmy was first in line, at the Japanese steakhouse when them guys flip that broccoli at you and you have to catch it in your mouth or fill you up with some sake. Uh, I love Japanese steakhouse. I don't know, Jill, even though the chat is and there's Ray, the Nashville Flippers. Good to see you, Ray. You're a little late, but you're here. We've just been having fun. Uh, yes, an autograph pick. I will have my headshots at the various rallies and meetups. And if not, I'll send some out to some folks. Yes, hibachi is good. And is either there or the bunker at the cabin. Yeah. Eh, So anyway, I want to get to these ashtrays. I'm running out of time to get this stuff listed in Showtime. I have these. I have like 19 of these. They're not vintage, but they're a safety glass ashtray. They're made by Libby. I've seen some listed at $10 a piece. I am going to run them in a lot of 3, and I put that up as, multiple lots that I have 6 of them at about 22.50 per per lot of 3 of them with the buyer paying the shipping. And I'm not even sure where these came from. They may have came from, of course, Jill. I'm sure we can all guess that. But when I was looking for stuff out in the garage, I don't have to look. I just have to go out there and stand there, stuff at every place. Um, I found this case of these 19. There's what, like 6 or 7 gone from the case. I think there was 24 in the case, but they're like a 50s, 60s style glass, clear glass ashtray. Uh, Here's something, Jimmy, from when you were here that I'm going to list. Do you remember this? This is Full House. That's Candace Cameron Bure or DJ and Steph on the show. Oh, what's her name? Um, what's the other gal's name that was on there? But this was an item that actually Jimmy had bought and decided he didn't want to transport it home or that it didn't have as much value when he bought it. So he's like, "Here, Ken, this has no value. You take it and store this big item and list it and try to ship this big box." So I'm not sure if that was a good thing or if he was like, you know, if that was a joke or whatever. But anyway, I'm listing it finally after that was what, last June or something like that, August when you were here. And it's just now finally getting listed. But I'm going to list it for $25. I've seen solds around 20 to 25 on it. That's still new in the package. The package has a little bit of damage to it, but not enough to all the figures are still in there. So that is listed, which makes 9 things listed. Technically 8 because I got to clean that up as we talked. And that's how garage sailing was with Jimmy. Most of the time it was like, "Hey, I'm going to take all of these really really good items and then you can have this over here." So Jimmy's, he's picking, 60, 80, $100 items. And he's like, "Here, you can have these 6, 8 or $10 items." Not this year, bub. This year, it's full on thrifting, every man for himself. It's going to be fun when they come out this way. And the last item. This is really cool. It's called the Chill Station Golf Cooler. Looks like kind of like a little golf bag. It's got a place in the side for like your tees. It's got a drink holder in the top. It came with a drink bottle. This is still brand new in the box. I paid $4 for this at a yard sale. I think in Seville when Jill and I went. $4 for that, and they go around 30. So I am going to list that one for $29.99 with the buyer paying shipping on that. And list it. So I got my 10 things listed for today. So we will see how that works out for me by next week. Again, I lost 3-7 this week. I consider anything over 5 a win. Yeah, Jimmy sold a label maker that he had found. We pull up to this sale, and there's a table full of free stuff. And I'm just, as Jimmy says, I'm just loping along, doo, 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 going up to the sale, and he like practically pushed me over to get to that because he saw the good thing, and he's like, "Here, you take these broken scanners that don't have power cords because they'll probably sell, and I'm going to take this $200 label maker." And 160 bucks. Nice sale, Jimmy. I'm happy. I'm happy when anybody gets a sale. I'm not a if I am out thrifting with somebody or whatever, it's like, yeah, I'd like to find the good stuff, but I'm just as happy when somebody else is making money. There's enough stuff out there for everybody to find it. It seems, sometimes you get to the sale 5 minutes late and you see someone walking out to the car and they're loading up a whole video game collection, or they found, Marantz stereo equipment or something, and it was all cheap, and but if they're resellers and I know them, I'm super happy. I can't let's see, what's this kind of like when he diverted you to go look at the printer or whatever and grab the label yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, damn near knocked me down. uh just grab everything you see. If it doesn't look take it what? If it doesn't look like print, yeah, exactly. Jimmy is savage. I tell you what though, the man can pick, and he's got a great eye. Just go watch Old School Flip's channel and Old School Resale. He hasn't done anything on there for a little bit, but Jimmy can pick. I've been out with him, and Sonia, his wife, can pick. And well, as you wait, there's a theme here. Jimmy picks, Sonia picks. As you can see, most of the crap I seem to be listing lately is everything that Jill's been picking when she's out thrift stores and stuff. Um, Maybe I'm not very good at this job. Maybe I should rethink my life here at some point and say, is reselling for me, or I just bring Jill on full time to pick for me. Um, yeah, I kicked him in my bad ankle. I fell down as soon as Jimmy got there. I fell off the steps and just tore up my ankle that day. Yeah, there's always plenty for everyone. And I noticed that, when I go to the sales and to the thrift, and yeah, you see people walking out with something that you would have bought, but there's so many different categories. And that's why I'm branching out a little bit. We talked about earlier about looking for the bags and the duffels and the backpacks and, some of the different Christmas Halloween holiday items. Now that I have a better feeling for some of those ornaments that I listed so many, I'll know what to look for when I'm out. It's easy to buy video games. Boom, you go, that they're most everything is going to have some value to it. And usually, you get them for a deal at a yard sale. But Jimmy put his Crocs in sports mode. Yes. Jimmy rocking the Crocs and sports socks. I got a bunch of socks. Uh, yeah, while he's not looking, I'll load it. We load up the car, I'll just be like, well, this side is mine. I'll just keep stacking all of his stuff on there. On my side of the car. Um, yeah. Roman, he's picking up those Madden NFL games that I don't know that I've sold one because I usually get older ones, people aren't wanting a PlayStation 2 Madden game. But yeah, it's easy to find the common items, but there is enough out there for everybody at these sales because everybody's looking in different categories. Some people are rifling through the clothes. I don't really do clothes. I have a bunch of clothes that I need to list and sell, but I'm not there, I know some brands to look for, but I just boom, boom, boom my thumb real quick. Or if I, happen to see a logo on something, I'll pick up clothing. Other people, that's how they live and die clothing in their reselling store. Glassware. I also don't like glassware. I did learn a little bit more about some glassware and not really glassware, but figurines and stuff. Some brands to look at. I'm probably not going to investigate a lot of glassware just because I don't want to store it. I don't want to ship it. But there are some people that are just for glassware. They're just there for jewelry. All they want is jewelry. I don't get into that category. I have some jewelry. I've sold some jewelry, just obvious things that that you see other resellers doing. Goodbye, Jill. I will talk to you later. Hit me up when you have your next break and we'll discuss what's going on today. If we're having dinner tonight, gotta head over this today because it's gonna snow. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Yeah, they sell very fast for $1 each with free shipping. And goodbye, Jill. Yep. Have a good day. Yeah, we are about done here. We're at an hour, which I like to go about an hour. It was a fun show. Didn't have time to bring anybody on today. I usually like to have somebody pop in at the end of the show. Uh, let's see. Did I miss anything on my notes? I did have some notes here, but no. If you take away anything from this, number one, Jimmy's a savage picker and he will knock you over. Number two, list. Get that inventory out there. Mess with your sales, mess with your promotions, mess with your pricing. Go back in and update old items, stuff that's stale that's in your inventory. Probably maybe next week's show I'm going to be focusing more about I'm going to have a yard sale here either by the end of the month or the first month of April. And I'm going to be talking maybe a little more about that. Depends. The weather's not overly exciting this week, so I don't know if I want to be out in the garage. Um, Sal, have a great day for sure. Thank you for coming and listening. And so I think that's going to do it. I think it's going to do it for another episode of Ken versus 10. We will see if we can sell any of these items before next week's show. Have a whole new list of items. Check out the Reseller Clickbait podcast with me and Jimmy. Those come out on Mondays at 11 a.m. Everybody else in the chat, Roman, Sal, Paul Flippin Sports Guide, and the Nashville Flippers. He does the draft with Paul Philly Flipper, and then This Week in Reselling, which is I believe is at Sunday nights. I'd flip that. I'm scrolling back to Kristen Roll Squirrel. Callie Louise is doing some stuff with Sonny and Mikey lives all day. So watch them. Listed 7 items while we're listening to you. Perfect. Hopefully those all sell by next Thursday. Hopefully they all sell by the end of the weekend. That'd be great. Roman, we'll chat and everyone have a great day. We will catch you next time on Ken versus 10.